it just said, I'm from the Lawrence Township Education Foundation, and I'm happy to be here tonight and see all that's coming, and I'll answer the question as to why I have anything to do with tonight. But for those of you unfamiliar with the organization, we're a nonprofit that raises money to help fund projects and programs that are not in the school budget. So for things that someone has an idea that would be really good in a district-wide or a particular classroom, they have 2 times a year where they can apply to us, and we will hopefully fund about $190,000 to $200,000 in grants a year. So we are celebrating our 25th anniversary this year, so we've been around a long time. And in those 25 years, we've funded 718 of those programs and projects. And so why am I here tonight? Well, Young Composers Night exists for 3 reasons. First and foremost, a fantastic music teacher, Mr. Beal. Second, a great idea. And finally, funding from the LTEF. In 2014, Mr. Beal applied for a small, not a large grant, a medium-sized grant for iPads and headphones and some sound equipment so that young kids could compose their own music. And this is how this all started. We were very impressed by, I say we, I wasn't even there then, but the LTF was very impressed by it and are very happy to hear that it has continued and it is very successful.
Thank you, Karen, and thank you, LTEF. We are, as she mentioned, the recipients of several grants this cycle, and we're really happy about that. And as she said, we've even had grants that parents have written in conjunction with teachers, and that's a really neat way to connect families and teachers together. So if you have any cool ideas, let us know. Okay, so let's get to the main event of tonight. Our 3rd graders, our young composers, who really worked very hard to make tonight happen. And I always say, you probably see me shushing my son over here, and my daughter's here too, and I always bring my children to the Young Composers events because I think it's such a neat way to see how students, this is a completely student-driven production. They do all the hard work, of course, with Mr. Beal guiding them, but really they created their own music and they gave of their own time. And I'm just so proud of what they do. So with that, I think Mr. Beal wants to go right to it. So let's hear it for our young composers. I'm going to open the floor for them now. Let's hear it for them.
Let's hear it for the Golden Champion. Go ahead, Gabe. Stand down a little bit.
Okay, so that song was not written by a student. That's an instrumental track that I found online that I thought would work with our students nicely. So each student will now perform individually from that group. We're going to start with Gabe Buckley. So let me read about his piece before we start. He says, my favorite part is the C section because I like country music. It's so soothing to me, I want to go to sleep. And the sound effects are so cool, you want to dance. Let's hear it for Gabe Buckley.
Let's hear it for Dave. Good job, Dave. Okay, so Hayden's song is called The World of Music. Her favorite loop is Moonlight Sky Synth Swell. The loop is basically a repeating musical idea. It's one of the main ways the students construct their song. And it is a house fill. A house is a type of music, and this is kind of a little filler that she snuck in to match with her orchestral music. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started with Hayden. One of the nice things is a lot of these students are second timers. It's optional for them to join, but I have a lot of friends that have done Young Composers Night as a second grader. Raise your hand if this is your second Young Composers Night. So I guess they liked it the first time, huh? Welcome back. So we're going to move right along. Siobhan, Mysterious B. My song has tons of sounds. My personal favorite is the delicate line synth from his B section. It sounds like a crime scene. Let's hear it for Siobhan. make the songs find its way into a title. So this song is called Garage Kick. She likes her A section better than her B and C because it makes her feel like she's at a rock concert. So that's the first part of the song we're going to hear. So let's see if we can imagine a rock concert. All right. Tier's ready to come up. All right. So Tier, this is his first time. I have a couple first timers. Who are my first time young composers tonight? Always excited to get some new friends to join. Of course, second graders are all brand new, but these are some first timers. I'm so glad that you joined. I really hope you enjoyed the experience. Electric Fire. The electric guitar makes Tier feel like he's floating while he plays. In his mind, the electric guitar sounds like a flower. He's already ready to start. So, Tier, are you ready to go? Let's do it. One of the things Tier did is he actually changed the iPad to go north-south because some of the students prefer to go that direction, so I give them that choice. Okay, here we go. Let's hear it for the golden champion. Girl Garage, please go to the hallway. Actually, sorry, I always forget this step. Go set up your band instrument first, and then you can go to the hallway. So usually I take this moment to just kind of let you know what we've been up to for about 7 weeks now. Boys and girls, have you lost track of how many recesses you gave up? Quite a few. This is like, I want to come, but again today, I've seen these kids for anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. They give up several recess periods. Sometimes they meet in the morning too, but they see their friends going out and play, and they want to be there, but then usually by the time we sit down, they're ready to go. So let me make sure they're all set up, and we'll continue in just a moment. Okay, so without further ado, as soon as they walk in, we'll give them a big applause to get them excited, okay? All right, we're going to get started when the music kicks, so you can open the door. Alright, let's hear it for the Girl Garage! I'm just going to double check. Are you okay? Take your time. Are you okay? We lost our shoes. This is the advantage. Okay, so I'm going to let you go to it. Okay. Go to scale, you know what to do, right? Okay. All right, let's get started with Evan. Go ahead, Evan. Evan. Go to your solo instrument, Evan. Okay, so moving right along to our solo performances. Wonderful job, Girl Garage. There's Garage again in the title. I love playing with the wordplay. This is Around the World. Sounds like someone is going around the world. The music sounds like it's from different places. And the B section, anybody seen Monsters, Inc.? So the B section, the middle of her song, reminded her of that movie. Okay, let's get started with Evan. Okay, Kimaya, come on up. Alright, let's hear it for Kimaya. Another first timer. I was always going to get excited to meet new people up here. So, alright, while Kimaya's getting set up, I'll tell you about her song, Dunkin' Donuts. She loves it because of her A section at the beginning, because it sounds awesome. She wants you to feel happy when you hear it. And she named her song Dunkin' Donuts because she wanted it to sound funny. So, let's get started with Kimaya. So some of these instruments, the kids have to follow about 4 steps just to find it. So you don't see this, but I've got notes on the stands. They're simple steps, but it's very complicated. It's part of the responsibility all these students have. So I have to talk until Asia's done tapping, because she's got quite a few things she has to find. But like I said, we have 44 different instruments. The pictures on the front of the program are the different apps we use. This is called Bebot. It's basically a singing robot. And it's a very powerful instrument. We've got Geo Shred, which you'll be seeing in another couple songs, and Thumb Jam. So those are the 3 apps you're seeing. And I think Asia's ready, so let's get started with the cool beat. She wants you to feel cool and like the beat. She thinks it will take you tap your feet, and her C section, she wants you to particularly feel the beat, so the end of her song. Okay, here we go. sure we're all on the same page. All the students created the background music that you're hearing, and everything they're doing with their fingers is live. They practice, but what you're hearing is the first time you're ever hearing it that way because it's improvisation. They're making up the pitches and notes as they go. So you're hearing a combination of recorded sound and live musical sound. So it's two things happening at once. When you go to the YouTube link, you'll hear the song without the instrument. You can hear their original conceived ideas. What you're hearing tonight is completely live with their fingers playing the instrument. All set? Okay, let's get started. Let's hear it for Alexis. By the way, that was not a mistype. That is how Alexis wanted to spell crazy, and I love that. Made me think of cray cray, which some of the kids like to say these days. Something was crazy. And I do want to mention, too, it's kind of nice she thought of her sister, and her sister loves country music, and that's why she used country music. Okay, where is Sophia? Come on up, Sophia. Let's hear for Sophia. All right, so Sophia's a second timer. Mostly rock and blues music. There's some funk music. When I hear my song, I really like the senses. It feels like it really belongs to me. I really hope you all feel that way tonight because you spent 7 weeks working on your music. So everybody should be really proud of the audience. Okay, we all set? Okay, let's get started. Which leads us to Tomby. Where is Tomby? Let's hear it for Tomby. Tomby is another one of our first-timers. That's great to have you, Tomby. Right? First-timer, right, Tomby? I'm not getting that wrong. See a lot of young composers throughout the year. So Tomby is the 7 lands of music. Her song's going to change in cool ways. And if you're ever hearing something that sounds a little out of this world, it's probably because the students use special effects. There's all kinds of crazy things you can apply to your music that makes it skip or fade in and out. And at the end of Tomby's song, you're going to hear some of that, which is her favorite part. And she thanked you all for coming as well. Okay, let's get started. big clap for the Girl Garage. Let's get the Girl Garage. Okay, Golden Noodles. It's funny because the students pick the band names, and the rule is that every member of the band has to like the name. So my friends, the Golden Noodles, they were back and forth quite a bit. It took them about 10 days extra. Let's go out, guys. We have to set our instrument up first, okay? So, but it was this big epiphany. I'm not kidding. I was having shrimp lo mein at lunch, and I think my friend Angie saw those noodles, and suddenly Golden Noodles popped out. So come set up your band instruments, and then we'll go in the hallway and get ready, okay? All right, so when they come in, you know what to do. Big applause to get them all pumped up. Here we go. All right, let's hear it for those Golden Noodles. I'll tell you when, okay? We're going to get started with Aggie. All right, so moving right along, we're going to get started with our solo performances. Angie's song is called The Explosive Phantom. His song represents a cool, mysterious dubstep fan, and he's making a dubstep song called The Explosive Phantom. So let's take it away with Angie. Anthony, come on up. Let's hear it from my friend Anthony. Welcome, Anthony. All right, come on up. The Jiggy Jam. His favorite genre is dubstep, and his favorite loop is Moonlight Sky Synth Bass 03, and he hopes it feels intense. So here we go. You all set? iPad team's ready. Let's get started. To a scale, which basically gives you all the choices of the notes you can play, and they all fit the music. But the creativity is where they come in, and they decide the order and the rhythms and how to do it. So I didn't give them all iPad lessons. I just taught them a few tricks, and then they did the rest themselves. All around the world, this song is calm and has no loud music and reminds them of different music from around the world. Okay, let's get started with David. Okay, let's get started. All right, all 17 from us all. Here we go. Good. changed me to read this as a Philadelphia kid, but it's okay. So he wanted his song to sound like peaceful music, and it reminds him of music from New York. So, Raymond, are you all set?
Yeah.
Here we go. Raymond Carr. That's what the answers they came up with. So, we'll get started with Ananya. Are we all set? It's okay, I got you. You'll hear a mix of, actually, this was the one mistake I had in the program, and I don't want to let my friend Izzy down and not read what it says. So Izzy wants to tell us about her song that the genres I use are funk, dubstep, and jazz, and why did she use them? Because she's never used them before. So here we go with Izzy. All set. So here we go with Shania's song. All set?
Lights, camera, action.
So Ava would like to tell you, this is the longest time I had to decrease the font for this. Pumpkin Joe Rock and Dunkin' Donuts. Supposedly, Joe is what Izzy calls Ava, so you made your way into her notes. And her dog's name is Dunkin', and it's Dunkin' Donuts. So let's get started with Ava. All set?
Lights, camera, action.
I always like when the students have a message for you. And Mia said, my song is very eruptive, especially my A section. I hope I rock your ears out. So sentences like that certainly make it fun. So let's get started with Mia. All set, Mia?
Lights, camera, action.
This was the first time, but I love this. Mia said, you know what? I'm not going to play it again. Just want everyone to hear that loop. So I said, just freeze. I just whispered to her. And then, so that wasn't me at the end. That was a loop she really enjoyed. And our last solo performer of the night, but certainly not least, Olivia. Let's hear it for Olivia. Another first timer getting in front of an audience. So proud of my first timers tonight. My song is really creative and my sections are really interesting, and it's called The Lightning Band. So Olivia's got a few steps to get ready. Before we start with Olivia, I'd be remiss if I didn't say a big thank you to my 3 third grade teachers that are with us tonight. Would you mind standing up for a second? They let me bother them over and over again. If you want to schedule, can I see them here? Can I see them there? And they're a big part of their formation and making them wonderful students they are. So thanks for being here and for supporting them. And before I forget, I just want to thank Mrs. Lockett for supporting the music program here. Thanks to our camera people, your support as parents, and everybody that contributed to Young Composers Night. So we're going to get started with Olivia, and then we're going to go right into the band's performance, and we're really going to rock out at the end. So, you all said Olivia. All right, here we go. Did anybody notice some speaking in there? Yeah, they decided one day we want to say lights, camera, action into our song. So a few of them recorded their voices and applied special effects. Really, they have the options are limitless when they're making these songs. So, folks, I want you to know that this will be posted on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. If you're not aware of that, it's called LTPS Rewind. Usually about 2 weeks or so it should be posted. And the reason we have this here is not only to let you see what's happening, but in the video we actually superimpose the iPad over top of the video of them. So you will get to see what their fingers did in the video as well. So, we're going to get started. I think, is everybody... Yes? Okay. composers, on your feet.